If you recently gone fully raw vegan and you are feeling bloated, you are not alone, and today we are going to dive into the 15 common reasons why bloating happens on a raw vegan diet and how to handle it. Number 1, increased fiber intake. So what happens when you go fully raw? You start eating lots of fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, and they are all very high fiber foods. So your fiber intake really skyrockets. And if your body isn't used to eating so much fiber at once, you will experience this bloating. So what you can do is you can gradually ease into the diet and drink lots of fluids like water and teas to help things moving. So don't eat 7 apples at a time, but eat 1 or 2 apples, but more frequently. Now, I'm at the stage where I can easily eat 2 cantaloupes and a few persimmons at one sitting, and I'm not gonna get bloated. But I couldn't do this at the beginning. If I eat 3 apples at the beginning, it was a lot. I wasn't used to that, so I was trying to kind of gradually get my body used to this kind of fiber intake. Reason number 2, gut bacteria fermenting fiber. So as you know, we absolutely need fiber as it is a feast for our gut bacteria, which is great until they start producing gas as a byproduct, and it can feel, well, bubbly inside. So what really helped me is I started incorporating more and more fermented food into my diet. So just try incorporate foods like sauerkraut or kimchi, and that will help to balance your microbiome. Just make sure when you buy sauerkraut, make sure it is raw. They usually have it in the refrigerated section in the supermarket, because if you buy the regular cooked sauerkraut, it's not the same. It's basically useless. Everything has been killed by cooking process. And if you buy kimchi, this is a Korean pickled vegetable mix, mostly cabbage and some other vegetables in there. But so if you buy kimchi, just read the ingredients to make sure there is no fish sauce added to it. Number 3, eating large volumes of food. Raw foods are very, very low in calories. So that is why I eat so much volume, and you're gonna have to eat much more just to meet your energy needs. However, eating huge portions can really stretch your stomach, making you feel bloated. So what you can do, you can split your meals into smaller but more frequent portions throughout the day if you're still not used to eating large volumes. And over time, you won't have to eat that frequently, as you will learn to process large portions easily. For example, I can now eat half a watermelon in one sitting, or I eat a huge salad for dinner and no problem. Okay, number 4, digestive enzyme imbalance. Raw foods require specific enzymes for digestion. If your body isn't producing enough, that can cause bloating. So try enzyme-rich foods like pineapple, papaya, and sprouts. They are all really good and enzyme-rich foods. Number 5, poor food combining. Some foods just don't play nice together, like mixing fruits and fats, for example. This can slow digestion and cause fermentation in your gut if you are not used to eating this way. So what you can do, you can stick to simple combination and just avoid mixing heavy fats with, for example, sweet fruits. With time, you might be able to eat nuts and fruits together, but perhaps not at the beginning. Number 6, raw cruciferous veggies. So vegetables like broccoli, kale, and cabbage, they are raw food staples, but they contain raffinose, which is a sugar that can cause gas. So start by eating these vegetables in very, very small amounts, so your body has the time to get used to and adjust accordingly. And once again, you can also try fermented cruciferous vegetables, as I mentioned earlier, or perhaps you can lightly steam them, which can help as well. Now, I remember that I used to get really bloated when eating raw broccoli, but over time, I'm no longer reacting the same. It's all normal now. Number 7, food sensitivities. Okay, so raw diet often include nuts, seeds, and certain fruits that can be hard for some people to digest. So before you eat nuts, make sure to soak them for a few hours, depending on the kind of nut. For example, almonds are harder, so you need to soak them for at least 12 hours, or basically overnight. If you enjoy walnuts and cashews, those usually don't take long. A couple of hours is more than enough, or sometimes it's even less than that. Really pay attention to your body and limit or soak any trigger foods to improve your digestion. Number 8, detox symptoms. So your body might go into detox mode as it adjusts to a cleaner plant-based diet, and bloating can be one of those temporary side effects. So just try to really stay hydrated, drink a lot of water and herbal teas and lemon water, and get enough rest, and just give your body time to adapt. And if you feel very tired, then just rest and don't force it. Number 9, too many sweet fruits. Overloading on fruits like bananas, mangoes, and dates, the natural sugar, fructose, it can overwhelm the digestive system and can make you feel bloated. So try to eat high water fruits and balance sweet fruits with greens and non-sweet options until your body is ready for higher sugar content fruits. And then you can enjoy it. Number 10, unripe or overripe fruits. If you're eating unripe bananas or overripe melons, then both can be harder on digestion and may lead to bloating. So just make sure your fruits are perfectly ripe before eating. Number 11 is gut microbiome adjustment. Switching to raw food changes the whole environment in your gut. While your microbiome adjusts, you may experience bloating, and it's totally normal. So at the beginning, you can go ahead and definitely add some probiotics to your diet for smoother digestion during this transition time. Number 12, not chewing properly. So most of the time, raw foods require more chewing, and if you rush through your meals, you could end up swallowing large pieces, and it makes your digestion harder. So what you can do is slow down and chew thoroughly to help your digestion. Number 13, high fat intake. Are you eating too many raw nuts, seeds, or avocados? High fat foods can slow digestion, especially when combined with fruits. So keep your fat intake moderate and avoid combining fats and high sugar foods if you experience bloating discomfort. I know for myself that when I eat too many nuts, I become super tired. I now know that my body redirects all that energy to break down all those fats and making me feel sluggish in the meantime. So no, I don't eat tons of nuts and seeds, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't eat them. I really enjoy dipping my apples into the raw almond butter, and even though it's not recommended, it's not a perfect combo for some people for digestion, I feel perfectly fine eating small amounts of fat with a bunch of fruit. Most of the time I eat fruits alone, but there are times when I do need to feel more grounded, and I eat some banana with nuts or a nut butter or a nut butter with dates, and I feel fine now. So most likely with time you will feel perfectly normal when eating these combos. Number 14, dehydrated foods. Dried fruits, raw crackers, and raw chips, they are all delicious, but they are dry, and so they can absorb all the water in your stomach, which can cause bloating. So just make sure to keep yourself hydrated and just drink a lot of water and eat water-rich fruits. Or you can simply rehydrate dried fruits by soaking them. For example, I like to soak some goji berries or raisins or even dried apples. And before we move on to our last reason, please consider subscribing if you haven't done it already. I would really like to have you here. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the like button. It really allows me to see that you guys enjoy this kind of videos and I can make more of this kind of content. Okay, our last reason is eating too many cold foods. Fully raw vegan diet often means a lot of cold meals, which can slow digestion, especially for those with sensitive stomachs. So what you can do is you can try some room temperature meals or lightly warmed raw soups to support your digestion. Or you can have some herbal tea, for example, ginger, chamomile, peppermint, and dandelion. They are just a few examples of teas that can help with your digestion and bloating. And there you have it. If you're feeling bloated on a raw vegan diet, it's not a reason to give this up. So give these tips a try and let me know in the comments below which ones work for you. And if you enjoyed this video, then click on the next video on the screen that I think you will enjoy next, and I will see you there. Bye.